Hey guys, it's vlog time. I haven't given you guys a vlog in a long time, so I figured why not, especially since I didn't stream yesterday. I have a big story anyway, so I might as well tell you guys. Yesterday I got back from Gil Shanks' place, I think about 9 o'clock, and there's actually a big story with this trip because I got my oil changed to, get everything all fixed up and ready to go on this trip because it's about 4 hours. 250 miles, so 500-mile round trip, and I'm putting on my glasses and you guys can't see my eyes because it all reflects. Okay. So, and my truck's pretty old. I mean, I got it, well, my family got it in 2001, and I got the truck 8 years later. And needless to say, it just, oh my God, where do I even begin with this story? I actually told a lot of the guys already. Joe was obviously there for this, so, okay. So I get up to, everything's going fine. I leave about 6:45 on Thursday morning. And I get through, like, to the halfway point and where I'm going. And my engine light comes on. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? But I was like, okay, that light usually only comes on in general, usually for stupid things. Like, I mean, well, not stupid things, but some of it can be just so minuscule that it doesn't even matter. Like, you can get it. I one time that light came on when I forgot to put my gas cap back on. For some reason, I forgot to put it back on when I was getting gas. This was years ago, and the light came on. Well, I bought a new one and put it in there, and it went off. No big deal. Okay? No big deal there. Well, so everything was running smoothly, and I said, all right, you know what? No big deal. Let's just get to Jersey, and let's go on ahead and get that done. No big deal. I figured I would just take it for a diagnostic Friday before I got ready to go on Saturday. Well, we take it over there, and they say that it could, because when they give you a diagnostic, apparently it's only like a wide range. It gives like it's a category. It doesn't give you a direct answer. It just gives you a category and where the problem is. So it could be anything. They said that my engine could blow because it said something to do with the thermostat, how it wasn't working, and I mean the engine could be overheating and it could blow up. Or not, well, I don't know if it could blow up, but blow. And I was like, great, I really don't want to do that, especially driving on the Jersey Turnpike. That scares me because, I mean, I'm on that for a long time, and it's just not, I'm not comfortable with that. I mean, if any of you guys have taken a long distance trip before by yourself and that shit happens, that's not fun. So, it was discomforting to think about. Well, so, and I was freaking out at this, like, really bad. I was like, oh shit, I had to leave, and they didn't know when they were going to get it done, and I'm like, well, shit, I got to work on Sunday. I already figured out that I would just switch with somebody else if I had to, but, Gil Shanks took the reins, so, I mean, like, he just made sure everything was fine. I was just, like, a mess. I was a mental mess. I mean, he talked to the mechanics while I was trying not to lose my mind. I mean, I wasn't, like, I was ready to flip shit, but, like, not, like, I was going to be mean to anybody. I just, like, you guys get that tense feeling, especially if you're like me, especially when it comes to vehicles, when there's a problem. Well, so he took me out to lunch, and we walked around the mall a little bit so I could kind of calm down, and then we got a call, and they'd fixed it, and it was ready to go. Okay, great. I go there, I pay for it, and I'm ready to go back to his house, which actually it's not even that far away. But I drove back, and I noticed a familiar shuddering. And I was like, okay, what's going on? Is it just the road being bumpy or what? What happened, so I mean, I told Joe, I was like, all right, look, let's get in the truck. I'm going to take it on the highway and see if this still does it. I didn't even need to get to the highway, and it was already doing that shuddering, and I knew it was something wrong, and I'm like, fuck. I was like, look, my eyes are ready to turn red. I'm ready to shoot fire with them. We got to fix this now. Well, apparently antifreeze had gotten all over a coil. Now, I have history with coils, let me tell you. I've had history with them since 2012, actually, around my 22nd birthday, I had issues with that. But what they told me at the time was that, because my truck has 8 coils, and what happens with coils is that it's like a domino effect. Once one starts to go bad, you can fix it, but then another one's going to go bad within a certain amount of time. It's like a domino effect in that sense, and I think I just repeated myself. But anyway, I said, you know what, just fix what we have, because they wanted like $1,000 to replace all of them, and I didn't have that, so I was like, just fix what's broken. Well, July of last year, same thing happened. So I already knew what it was. when it happened. Well, I thought I knew what it was at this point. So fix those ones. Well, when we got to the garage the second time, antifreeze had gotten on a coil and the moisture, so they cleaned that off, and then there was another little part that they had to fix, but that was nothing really. They didn't charge me for that. Okay. We take it on the highway again. Runs like a racehorse. She's ready to go. So on Saturday, we go to get gas, and I leave about maybe 4 o'clock. 4:30, something like that. I get all the way through halfway to my halfway point. I usually stop at a Wawa about halfway through. And at that, I just, I kind of, well, obviously, I just get something to eat. I chill for a little bit because, it's a long drive. I still have 2 more hours to go. Well, I get to not quite 3/4 of the way home, but, over halfway. And I feel the shuddering again. And at first I was like, okay, is it just because of this? I don't know. Like, is it a long trip? I give it a little gas and notice it gets worse. And I'm like, you fucking bitch. I was like, okay. I don't think the mechanics did anything wrong. I think it was just also, it has been exceedingly cold. It has been exceedingly cold lately around me. So I think that's what caused the thermostat to go. And then it was raining its ass off all day yesterday. So I think a lot of moisture got up in my truck. That also might have done something to it. But in the long run, it took me a while to get home because, I was going slower than normal because I usually speed. I'm a speed demon. I'll go like 65, 70 miles an hour. And so sometimes I've even done 85, at least on the turnpike. But this time I couldn't. And I was like, shit, I don't know if I'm going to break down or what. It wasn't as bad as what I've had to go through before. But when you're in an area that you don't know, that automatically makes it worse. So, okay. I said, all right, let me get home. I got home. And I took it to my local Pep Boys this morning. They've always taken good care of me. But the driving it there, bitch didn't make a sound. Like, she did not rumble like she did before. And I was like, you whore, it's like you're on PMS. You better fucking quit. Not like I wanted her to quit running, but still, I'm like, what the fuck, It's like you ever do something, you try to show somebody that something's broken and then it works perfectly fine. I told them what happened, and I said, look, this is what happened last weekend. These are the symptoms. I've had this happen before. Because the one thing is, of course, I'm a girl. They're, usually, now, these people haven't really messed with me, but I've gotten screwed over before. And I mean bad. Like, I got screwed out of $1,200 once. For parts I didn't even need. So, I really don't want that shit to happen again. But I told them what happened, and they said, well, we don't think it's the coils. So, I was like, well, look, I'm going to leave it with you anyway, because I don't want this to happen again. Just find what it is and fix it. My mom had to drop me off at work, and then they called her and said that in addition to, because the coils didn't seem to be a problem, but if I needed to, now the whole set would cost me $200 as opposed to $1,000. But they still didn't think that was it. But they said to her, if they fix what it was, or if they fix the problem and the coils still acted up, that they would just ask for us to buy the parts and they wouldn't charge labor. Okay. What the problem was apparently the spark plugs needed to be replaced, which that makes sense because the truck's about 13 years old. No, I should be 15 this year. 15 years old. Those haven't been replaced. A fuel filter, and it needed a tune-up. So they did all that, and then they said, if this isn't working and the coils act up, then we'll take care of that. Okay, cool. So in the past 2 days, I have spent $800 on my truck. I understand my truck's getting up there, but she actually is still in pretty damn good shape, considering how old she is. And I've had her for about almost 5 years, and she's been pretty good, It's just, it kind of pisses me off, shit like that happens, and you really don't know what to do, and especially when you're far from home. I wasn't, seriously far. I was probably about 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours away. But still, I didn't know what to do. I was scared shitless. But anyway, when I was on the road, I called my mother. I called Joe. I let her look, this is what's going on. This is where I am. Well, that didn't stop them from worrying. But everything's fine now. But I figure this is a good story to talk about. I haven't seen you guys in a while. And I was in no way in the mood to stream last night because I just, I was tired as shit. I got home at 9. I fell asleep probably before 1 o'clock. No, it was probably around 2, because I was up talking with the guys for a little bit. But, yeah. that's basically what happened. I've been trying to go to the gym more lately. Um, it's just, I don't know, like I got in the habit of getting to go on opening shifts. I don't know if I mentioned this in Thousand Year Door, but if I work like 9 to 5:30 or 9 to 6, or hell, even if I work 9 to 2, or tomorrow I work 12 to 5, that's great because then I can go hit the gym right afterwards. And from what I've noticed, I only take about 45 minutes to do my workout. And I did my workout Monday through Wednesday last week. Today, obviously, I wasn't going to do it because I had to take my truck in, and I do not like working Sundays as it is, so I really don't want to have to go from, I don't want to have to come home at like 8:30, 9 o'clock. It doesn't take me that long. But I don't want to get home extra late on a Sunday. So I figured whatever. And I do have a treadmill back there, so if I want to run, I can. I get in moods like this. Like sometimes I like to run at home. Other times I like to go to the gym because it feels like I feel more inspired because you're watching other people and you watch them work really hard at what they're doing. So I figured, okay, I'm paying for this. I might as well go back to what I was doing because shit, I used to go all the time. And I would be there for almost like 2 hours every day. Not every day, but as much as I could. So I've already put up my schedule for this week, which I'm looking at. 12 to 5, I work tomorrow. So that's plenty of time for me to go ahead and go to the gym. I close on Tuesday, but you see, I get there at 1 o'clock. And I am horrible about getting up in the morning. I mean, absolutely horrible. Unless I'm at Joe's house. Then I get up and then I pester the shit out of him to get up. But other than that, I take forever to wake up. It is just terrible. Wednesday and Thursday I'm off. So obviously I'll go to the gym, record. Friday I don't go to the gym or I don't go to work till 4 o'clock. That's plenty of time for me to get up, get my shit together, and go ahead and go get my crap done. Obviously, and this next Sunday will be the last Sunday that I have to work for at least 2 weeks. Thank God. I have been working for 3 months of Sundays. I kid you not. I'm actually going to I'm going to look. Because MagFest was when? Yeah, MagFest was until, okay, let me look. MagFest was January 2nd to the 5th, and I was gone from the 1st to the 6th. I went back to work on Sunday, or on Tuesday the 7th. So I have worked every single Sunday since January 12th. So that's, okay, 1, 2, 3. I'm looking because I'm terrible. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So honestly, that's almost like working nearly 2 weeks of Sundays. And like 2 weeks of Sundays, like almost 14 days. 13 weeks I have been working every single Sunday. Next week I have to do 2 more hours because there's going to be a drill at my mall. So apparently they've been asking, it's like a drill for security. They got to go through like emergency services and stuff. And so they're asking stores, okay, can you just pretend to be open and working as part of the drill? So I was asked to step in. So I'm like, okay, whatever. 2 more hours is fine. I'm going to hate it in that morning, believe me. But what can I do? I already said I would go. And honestly, if this is the last Sunday I have to work for a little while, I will be fucking happy as anything. I have April 13th, and then Easter Sunday we're closed, so I already have that Sunday. Thank you. And after that, it'll probably get more regular that I will work, I'm hoping, maybe every other Sunday. That I can live with, because I'm telling you, man, it used to be so sweet when I would only work 1 Sunday out of 3. That was awesome, I'm telling you. But what can you do? Shit happens, shit changes. So if I can get 2 Sundays off in a row, I will be happy as anything. And yes, I did steal Joe's hat. This is his hat. It's been in older videos. I don't even know if he has the videos of these, that he's had this in. But I also stole his hoodie. Yes. It's funny because I gave him a jacket back and I took one with me, and I left my jacket at his house, believe it or not. I don't know, but I leave a lot of stuff at his house anyways. But yeah, so very long vlog this time, but I haven't vlogged in a while. I didn't stream last night, so I figured, hey, I'll give you guys something to watch. And tomorrow we'll continue with Thousand Year Door. Peace out!